All right, look, before I get into the account today, we got to talk about something that changed with Robinhood real quick. And that's this pop-up here. We got new extended hours that go deeper into the day after market close and earlier before market open. So there's a few implications here. Just a little bit of a warning for those of you guys that plan on trading like in after hours or before open. Make sure that you trade with limit orders only. Okay, like don't place a market order, because what happens is when the markets are closed, the liquidity is decreased. The liquidity means basically like the available shares for trading. Okay, so the buy and sell orders are very limited. The amount is very limited, especially if the stock is considered illiquid. Illiquid stocks basically have less people on the offer, on the ask, and on the bid side. And those trades can swing really, really wildly in one direction or another. So if you don't use a limit order, then you might be, if you place a market order, you might be susceptible to buying something way off the price that you want or selling something way off the price you want, in a negative way. So make sure that you're placing limit orders, and don't lose money with this kind of like novice mistake. But just to comment on it, I think it's very interesting that Robinhood's trying to extend the available hours. I think that because of the trading of electronic currencies 24/7, feel that this generation of traders wants a livelier market that's open like all the time. So I think that the brokerages are going to start catering to that. I wouldn't be surprised if in the very near future, maybe 5-10 years from now, markets are open like 24 hours Monday through Friday. I mean, there's still going to be like heavily traditionally traded period. But if you think about it, way back in the day, there just wasn't enough available daylight to do any kind of work. I mean, if you're trading stocks in the 1800s, there's no daylight during night. What are you going to do? You have to wait till daylight to go trade some stocks and then come back home on a candlelight or whatever, read and go to bed. Like, that's it. If you can get your hands on a book. So, but nowadays everybody's awake all the time. People working like night shifts. There's a lot of like nurses, physicians, whatever, that work nights. People at 7-Eleven that work at 7-Eleven, for example, are up. What are they gonna do? They want to trade stocks or something at night while they're working and there's no customers. So my point is that I wouldn't be surprised, because the nightlife is just so much more now than it used to be, just 10, 20, 30, 50 years ago, that I can see brokerages starting to cater to that. All right, now with that out of the way, let's go back into the account and I'll show you how the performance went. Now, after hours, there's a little bit of a savior move here by the markets. Retraced a lot of my losses, but we're going to ignore that for today's, account review. So if you're new to this channel, I do these kind of like account updates. I've been doing it for like 4 years, trying to get this account to $1 million. And so I do this Monday through Friday, and on the weekends I like to do little company reviews. So I'll take a company, maybe you can suggest a company in the comments, and then I'll just review it. I'll give you my opinion. I'll go through the numbers, through their performance, industry, what type of industry they are, or anything else that's relevant to the company, and I'll try to summarize it a little bit, kind of from a high level, do a little shallow dive on it, and hopefully that adds some perspective to whatever that you are, looking for. And if not, Monday through Friday, I just do these account updates just to kind of give, it's mainly for myself, but I think that it's possible that other people get something out of this too. And so I'm actually, trying to make this into a little more of a regular vlog type of, content or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, back to the account. I'll show you everything on the account, starting here with the daily performance, but also just moving through the options. If you want to know the exact positions, just press the pause button on your video player and you can review it in detail. This video should be uploaded in HD, so you should be able to see everything here. Even if you're on the phone, you can kind of zoom in, I think, and see everything. These are my equity positions. Apple had actually a very negative day, but then it rallied in the second half of the day and only finished minus 0.1%, which is very nice. Realty Income had a really nice day, and so did Main Street Capital. Main Street Capital up 3%. Very, very huge gains. In fact, so huge that I might sell another call option against this position. Even though I try not to reduce these, Main Street Capital and Realty Income, I might have to, just because it's reaching the upper band of like where I think it's worth. I don't think Main Street Capital should be trading for more than like 45, 47. So we'll see if I can capitalize on that. Moving on, Goldman Sachs, minus 100 shares here from a recent options event, down 1.6%. Paramount having a very disappointing day, so I'm not too happy about that, but we'll climb back. I think it's a little bit up after hours. Smith & Wesson had another negative day as well, but both of them are still within the options bands that I have designated for them, so I'm not too upset. Going into the account, investing tab, you'll see that my leverage is only 24.32 multiplied by 2, that's 48.64% leverage, which is nowhere nearly as much as I have been in the past months. And then finally, the account sorted by total return. Apple, Main Street, Realty Income, now top 3, and then in equities, Apple, Main Street, and Paramount, rounding up the top 3 here. Okay, so that's the account. Now we're going to do some relative performance. Even though I've lost to the market in like the last 2-3 trading sessions, I think I'm still considerably up. But because I use a little bit of leverage and I invest in individual names, it's common that I underperform when the market's red and I overperform when the market's green, but also take a little additional risk. So, all right, 1 week performance up still in the green, 0.56. 1 month is 6.33. 3 months is 15% or more. 1 year is 19%. If you want to see the all-time chart real quick, I'll show it to you, but just know that I started investing in August 26, 2018. So that's why it looks so weird. I started investing somewhere around here. Okay? So about 163% up. Now we're going to compare this with the S&P 500, which is, I'm going to use SPY to do that, because S&P 500 is the benchmark. You got to beat the S&P 500. So 1 week is up 0.41. So I'm barely beating the S&P 500 on the week chart. 1 month, I think I'm winning by like 5%. 1.5 on here. 3 months, I'm winning by a lot. And 1 year was up 9% or so. And S&P 500 is down 10. So I'm beating it by like 19%. So I'm still winning, but not as much as I used to be just a couple of trading sessions ago when I was the $196 plus $1,000. Hopefully that, improves. There's a lot of earnings that are coming in, and, in the form of Apple, Amazon, all the big companies are basically reporting on the next week or two. In fact, I have a little bit, if you go to Yahoo Finance, it's kind of cool. It tells you some of the upcoming earnings reports. So if I show you the phone, you won't be able to see it because for some reason it doesn't zoom in, but you can kind of read. So for example, tomorrow there isn't anything. Thursday, nothing much. Okay, so how come this is not happening here? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong menu. What's the date today? 26th. Okay, so I don't know. Can't tell. I think it's the 20. I know that Apple earnings and all that is. Did it already happen? What the heck is going on here? Here I am, like speaking nicely of this, and it's letting me down. It's not telling me. Fisker. I thought Apple was reporting on the 28th, but it's not saying it here. Anyway, It doesn't matter. Even if I'm wrong or this thing is wrong, I think there's some volatility, not just because of the earnings report, but but also the Fed decision of how much to hike by and what's going on with that. The inflation readings and also commodity prices and the labor market. So all of that, excuse me about that, just click the wrong button here. All that information is going to really weigh on what's going on. I think it's going to be some volatile days ahead. And that volatility is actually reflected into the options premium in some of the companies like Apple. And for that reason, I actually sold some options on Apple, even though I don't want to touch it really. I put them far enough off the strike price so maybe they can work. So you see that I got I saw the call at 160 level, and then I saw the call at 162.5, and I also saw a couple puts at 141. So it's currently like 151, so it's right in between them. So it would have to move $10 up or down in order for me to trigger some kind of executable trade. So hopefully none of that happens, and I just collect the premium, and I'm good. What I did was, because Paramount dropped even lower, and I think that company is really undervalued, no matter what Goldman Sachs says, which came out recently with a report that it's downgrading it from a buy to a sell, which is really bad. But Paramount, I think it's undervalued. So I sold like 5 puts at the $23 level and 5 puts at 22.5. So if it drops that low, I will be forced to purchase some more shares. And I already have 29,000 shares to begin with. So we'll see what happens with this position. I don't know, maybe I'm digging my heels in too deep and Paramount's going down, but I guess I'll go down with the ship. Like, I just see so much value there, especially relative to the other streamers. I've done 2 videos already. I've done a video on a Paramount, and I did another one on, I think, like Netflix or something, or some other streaming platform, and Disney. And when I was looking at the valuations, it's extremely undervalued relative to its peers. So I'm really looking to, like, I'm willing to bet more money on it. If it keeps dropping, I'll just buy some more. And I am buying on leverage. Like, the money is borrowed, so I do have to be a little bit careful here. But at this point, it's dropped so far that the margin of safety, I think it's well within reason. So, but if you got arguments against Paramount, then I want to hear about them in the comments below. All right, that's it for now. I'm gonna end it right here. I've been doing some shorts on YouTube. I posted like 12 of them already, like a ton of short, tiny little videos, just quick educational, like, short things. I don't know. Let me know if they're worth making or not. I'm having fun making them, so I might just keep making them because of that. But yeah, anyways, let me know if you like them. All right, with that said, peace out.